Yo, this is the Talk of the Town podcast.
Yo, this is the Talk of the Town podcast.
Yo, this is the Talk of the Town podcast.
Man, this is the Talk of the Town podcast.
Talk of the Town podcast.
Cut.
Yo, what's good, y'all? This is another episode of Talk of the Town podcast. Yo, today, first off, I'm your boy Scorch. Of course, I'm in the building.
It's your boy Jamal Gasol, the one and only.
Now, back to what I was saying. We got my man YNX716 in the building from
Salute,
Buffalo.
salute.
It's all love. If you don't know, look at all that. Look at all this. Buffalo, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
we
man.
representing,
Real
you
shit.
know what I mean? In the building today. So he gonna come through, tell y'all what he got going on. Oh, of course, he's a rapper. He got bars and all that.
Definitely got bars, man. I'm a fan of the music, man. Check out YNX716 on all music streaming platforms. That's a fact.
Yeah, and I second that, man. So, yo, without further ado, let's get into it, man. Another episode of the Talk of the Town podcast.
Let's go.
Yo, what's good, y'all? On today's episode, matter of fact, introduce yourself, man.
You know what it is, man. YNX716, Buffalo stand up, man. Came through the fuck with the homies, man. You know what it is, 7-1.
Salute, man. Appreciate you coming through, man. Real shit, G.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you coming through the Talk of the Town, man. But we gonna jump this off, man. We gonna jump it off. I'm gonna jump it off. Who is your biggest musical influence?
Biggest musical influence, I would say, as far as artists, I would say Nas.
I knew you was gonna say that.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I've definitely seen the comparison, like a lot of people say that about you. I think you got your own style though,
Word.
but I definitely get that like
Yeah.
Nas feel, you know what I mean?
I get that Nas. It's a different as like you know how you hear people rap and it's like I want to be the hardest. I want to be the illest. So his style to me, it spits out. I don't give a shit about none of that. Let me tell you about me. You get what I'm saying? Let me tell you about me, and you gonna like the shit I'm saying. Like
It's like that I could live with myself rap.
exactly,
You know what I mean? I respect that.
confidentiality in life
Right.
in general. Like you know what I'm saying?
So yeah, I would say with the way that Nas, does his style, as far as like I would say painting reality, like
Yeah.
I mean putting life in the music. So like when I look at different things, I pretty much do the same thing. I mean I look at the most simplest thing, the concrete, the trees. You know what I mean? And I look at that and I visualize, and how can I bring that to life in music? You know what I mean? So that's one of the main reasons why I really appreciate Nas style so much, and also it's another artist out of Brownsville, Kai. I just came across Kai. I want to say
Shout out to Kai.
maybe 3-4 years ago.
Isn't that Cobb?
K.A.
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 Oh, Cobb.
You know what I'm saying?
He
So,
go by Brownsville Kai though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look him up.
Yeah,
Check him out.
he's dope. I mean, he do a lot of like I said, like a lot of the same style that I do. Mellow beats, kind of drumless beats, to where you can tell a story. But that's really, you know what I mean, that's really my angle. You know what I mean? I want to be able to speak for the people that don't rap. You know what I'm saying? So that's my angle with it.
Alright, got you.
Okay, so how old was you when you wrote your first rhyme?
I was 13. You know what I'm saying? I was always doing music as a young child. You know what I mean? I started actually a vocalist. I used to sing, maybe like 11, 12, and then by the time 13 came, my voice started changing. Like I didn't really like how it sounded, so I kind of got away from the singing. And then I just started doing the rapping. I mean, my whole family does, like, they're singers, you know what I'm saying? But I transitioned, and I'm pretty much the one that does.
So you got versatility there. I like that.
For sure. So like, a lot of my, you know what I mean, that's why a lot of my songs that I got coming out soon is like a lot of, I wrote them from a singing perspective.
Okay.
So like I said, my whole family sings, so I'll write a hook and I'll sing it, and I'll send it to my cousin and have him redo it and sing it, because he's the one that still sing it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So that's pretty much how I adapted to, and I kind of bridge them together.
So you have fun with the verses.
Right.
You have fun with them verses and hooks.
Exactly. I'm not comfortable enough yet to release nothing of me singing, just because that's not really my element and my passion no more.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what I mean, that's how you always do reference tracks, and that's eventually where I'm gonna be going to, like transition into like ghostwriting for R&B.
Okay, that's dope.
That's a dope bitch right there, man. A lot of people ain't thinking like that, man. There's other ways to get a bag in this music.
I like that.
Definitely.
As far as just he not being one track minded when you say that.
Yeah, you can't just rap. I mean, like, and I'm gonna shout out Jamal Gasol, because the big thing in the underground is merch. You know what I'm saying? He the only artist that I seen that like got his own papers. You know what I mean? That's big. That's a big deal.
Yeah, definitely,
you know
man. Appreciate
you got
that.
the lighters too.
Yeah, like the lighters, the rolling trays, the
like,
stash trays, all that.
And that's how you know. Like a lot of people just want to rap and that's it. But like, what are you gonna do after rap? You know what I mean? Like all of these, like if you're looking at sports, because a lot of people like watch sports. Like if you look at like how somebody in the NFL when they retire, they go into broadcasting. You can't rap forever, so when you rap, you gotta transition it into another business.
True,
so
lanes.
that's really my angle right now with it.
All right, my next question is you kind of answered it, but we can get deeper into it. Who is your favorite artist and why?
That's a good question. I would say, just give me a minute on that one, because like to be honest, the older Nas really inspired me, like the Drunk by Myself. So like currently, man, I really don't have a favorite artist right now.
I like how you broke that up though.
Yeah,
how you took it apart.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like that inspiration that in me, like I gave you power, like stuff like that. Really, that's the type of things that keep the people interested. So right now, I don't have a favorite artist. I would say I'm more so interested in like the genres. So like right now, my favorite genre is like oldies. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
Bobby Womack. You know what I'm saying? Like just that type of the soul music. You know what I mean?
Curtis Mayfield.
Because exactly. Because if you think about it, all of this is hip hop is really influenced by that.
I be going to their concerts.
True indeed.
Like Earth, Wind and Fire.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that's what it says. And it's soul music.
You know what
It's
I mean?
timeless.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like,
concerts.
and if you listen to the beats of hip hop, they're all inspired by it.
All of
You know
it.
what I'm saying?
Sure.
All
And
of
like
it.
I started making beats recently, and I felt like I was cheating because I'm like, yo, this shouldn't be that easy. But I already had the ear for it because I would always listen to the oldies music all the time. You know what I mean? So now I'm just coming across different artists, and then I started learning about the French soul with the beat making shit. So it was like, man. So I would say the genre is really influential to me right now. It's not a certain individual because I feel like it's gonna be a different fire artist every day. So
Got you.
you know what I mean? But yeah, I would say the genre right now is oldies and of course like the 90s rap.
Respect.
Okay, so seeing that you got a good ear for that, and I'm sure you've been in the mix, who's your favorite producer right now?
Favorite producer? Right now, my favorite producer will be the song about Alchemist beats. Alchemist just like, I'm gonna give me an Alchemist beat eventually, but right now it's like, to be honest, like right now, like the way that things are going with me producing wise, like I feel like it's gonna come when I least expect it because I'm gonna be so busy on making my own beats that it's gonna be, it's gonna be able to just flow together. But right now, I would say Alchemist is definitely a dope producer, and I like Nicholas Craven too. He type dope.
Yeah, shout out my boy Nick Craven, man, out of Montreal, man.
Yeah.
Definitely an ill producer, cause you know, I'm listening to you talk about the oldies, and I'm like, I know he gonna name one of these boom bap producers, bro. And Alchemist or Nick Craven definitely feel, but Nick Craven definitely be catching the right samples, man.
I'm telling you.
Shout out my boys, the standouts though, son.
Yo,
my boy A.I. see that.
Matter of fact, the standouts is dope too because I listen to your series, the Keep Stirring series, and them samples them boys be finding.
Crazy, they crate diggers too. I'm letting the world know they crate diggers.
And since we talking about producers, I'm gonna give a shout out to the producer that I work with just so I can show love. Shout out Perp Dog, he in Albany, New York. I got a list of different people. Slide Beats is dope. So that's a few people that I work with. You know what I mean, just all for the strength, and you know what I mean, just make sure y'all tap in with them, and they definitely dope.
And while we still showing love, we can show more love.
Yeah.
Who do you have features with?
I got features with my very first feature when I started actually getting into the business of it was Conway. Conway was my first ever feature that I invested in. I got 38 Special. I got a few joints with El Camino. I got a joint with Coogee Rap.
Yeah, I'll say
That's dope.
Coogee Rap.
Yeah, those are the main joints that I did on my own. But yeah, bro, those are like that Coogee Rap joint was really, everything, man. Like that said a lot because I was working on an album called Life in the '90s that I'm still kind of sitting on the album right now. And at first I wanted to get Scarface on it. I mean, I got a DJ, my homie, a DJ, he in New York, and I posed it to him like, yo, I need a feature for this track, and he suggested Coogee Rap. I mean, so he was able to orchestrate it, and that's your favorite rapper. You know what I mean? So
definitely a legend in the game.
It's good that he can still rap
man,
at his age.
He got
his how old is he? Got to be what?
He like
50?
54.
He like 50 something.
Yeah, he like 54.
He in his 50s though.
You know what I'm saying? And he get like in shit.
He in his 50s.
He wasn't playing. Like I sent him the joint, and I could tell that he fed off of the chemistry of the verse because he into his verse like the same exact way. And in my joint, you know what I mean? If y'all check it out, it's called Fake Love featuring Coogee Rap. But
okay,
yeah,
I'm definitely gonna check that out.
fired.
You already know I am.
He fired.
On all music streaming platforms.
Yes, sir. All streaming platforms.
So let me ask you, as an artist coming up in the area, like how do you deal with criticism? I feel like a lot of artists can't handle criticism, and it usually defers their real direction of where they want to go with music.
So me, I would say I treat it as what it is. Like it's not a business, it's a business. So you can't be too emotional. You know what I mean? Because there's always gonna be somebody that's gonna dislike what you do.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't, like me, like I'm trying to turn a new leaf, right? I'm not gonna respond to nothing negative. I'm only responding to positive.
Positivity.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
So it's like I utilize, I take the criticism, and you know what I mean. Sometimes I rebuttal it as well. Like it was one time, like when early on, I had got a review done on my album, and they was going in on the album. Yo, this album is trash. So then I sat and I was like, I'm not gonna respond, but then something just hit me, you know what I mean? Because I'm a Gemini, so I'm like, okay, my mind was fucking with me, so I was like, okay, don't say nothing. So then I just basically put a whole track together in response to what they were saying and broke everything down, and they had to show me respect after that. So that was really the only time where I took the time to really feed into it. But like going forward, like most of the feedback that I get, because I put so much into my craft, it's usually good feedback, or you know what I mean, they'll say give me little slights here and there, you know what I mean, because I'm, you know what I mean, I'm not, because they expect, if you're from Buffalo, they expect you to be signed with Griselda. I mean, so if it's not that,
I'm tired of that too.
So if it's not that, because they'll be like, you know what I mean.
They figure you know them personally. You have
They expect that from us in this area.
But they don't know the business though. Like the music is a business. Like if it was like McDonald's is not about to bring no, you know what I mean, put Burger King on. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's a business. So like it's not like if you know what I mean. If I feel like I get busy with what I do. You know what I mean? So like if you become competition, it's not people are not just going to put you on like that. You know what I mean? But that's pretty much usually what I get. Like, yo, I wonder why he not signed with Griselda, and even different like bloggers and stuff, they will ask around like, why have you spoke to Griselda yet? This and that, and it's like, yo, just let me get on my path and let whatever happens happen.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right. I feel the same way,
You
bro.
from upstate, like you.
Yeah, I get it all the time too. Like, why you not with Griselda? Why you don't talk with Trust? I got my own thing too.
It's not always meant for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even with that, even if I was signed to somebody, it's still my responsibility to put my own work in. So it don't really matter.
They don't make you hot.
I mean, like
you know what I'm saying?
It's still like you only can go so far off of a cosign. I done got mad, you know what I mean, different love. I've been on Shade 4 or 5, MC Search co-signed me, but like I didn't dwell on that, and like I stayed humble. Like, I didn't say, yo, niggas can't fuck with me. I'm, you know what I mean, MC Search said this and that.
And that's the issue with people around here. They do little shit and make it seem so big.
It's not.
And it be the little stuff like that to us.
Way to go.
No, you know, we gotta keep it going though. When we do something good, whether it's big or small, somebody like it.
And I agree. So like,
absolutely.
That's what I told myself too. Like I'm gonna start celebrating the small wins. Because I didn't, it was a lot of different stuff that like people will be wild at, and I'm like, man, I still got like 1,000.
That's how I be feeling. That's how I be feeling too, man.
Bro. So like I'm glad that I can talk to a fellow artist that has a similar experience. But yeah, it's just that. You know what I mean? Being signed is just that. Like you're signed, but you still have an obligation to be able to figure it out. You're only gonna benefit from being signed if you making money.
Like people think joining the label just gonna do everything for you. It don't work like that.
That's how we don't see so many people.
Exactly. That's
what happened to
He got signed and he didn't do nothing. Right. That's what happened.
And the good thing about us in our position being independent, we don't have to answer to nobody. We can drop when we want to drop.
Create what we want.
And like half of them, they gotta wait till the label say, yo, you can drop. Yep. Me, I could drop every day if I wanted to.
Right.
And I just got some, you know what I mean? I just, you know what I mean? I'd rather not. You gotta do it strategically.
It's easier if you're doing it on your own.
Exactly.
In the industry.
Because there's too many people involved. Like I'd rather move. Like everything I do, I'm more than likely dolo, just because I haven't developed that team that's gonna work as hard as me. You know what I mean? So it's like, but my team is in development. I'm not gonna say I haven't developed that team yet, because me and my boy Kill Ali, we got to.
Yeah, shout out my bro, man. That's the homie right there.
Yeah, me and my boy we've been working back and forth, and like Kill Ali, that's my team right now. You know what I mean? My boy Kill Ali, and we building. You know what I mean? And a lot of our stuff is in house. We got in house producers. You know what I mean? I pretty much learned every element of what I needed to know to be able to record and do music. You know what I mean? So it's like everything is in house, and now it's about like marketing and things of that.
But you know what, Zero? That's good. It's just y'all. Right. That's cool. Because y'all can still make big noise with a small team.
That's a fact.
It was just me and him.
That's how it works.
Definitely.
When I was rapping, it was just me and him.
Right. And we did multiple different countless shows just from sharing each other resources. You know what I mean? We did like 4 shows back to back. I mean, we opened up for Method Man and Redman. You know what I mean? We was just in Miami. We opened for Conway in Miami and Orlando. You know what I'm saying? So it was like you can't expect a whole bunch of people to support you. You just gotta make up in your mind that this is what you want to do, and it's gonna go wherever you want to take it. You know what I mean?
That's all it comes down to. Mind over matter.
My next question. You know we always throw the loops. LL Cool J or Ja Rule for the hits? Yeah.
You know, I ain't gonna lie. I didn't have an answer when I first seen the question. I was just like, I want to see what he gonna say.
Yeah. And I kept it in that because they are the similarity.
Queens get the money
for the hits.
That's why I'm like, man.
I would say I'm kind of biased on this question. Just because, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like I gotta go with
Jado. You can't front on Jado.
Ja Rule got catchy hooks. So I would say hits just because like I didn't grow up in a LL Cool J like when he was making like the ultimate hits, but I did come up growing up with Ja Rule.
Love you, man. Yeah. I don't know. I said LL was timeless, son.
I came on when LL was.
Do you think I let that hurt you?
Right.
I said LL got some shit. I don't know.
I would say like.
But you can't.
Shock value. I would say shock value, Ja. But as far as like legend status, I gotta go with LL because again, like he transitioned. Like I know he doing like hosting and stuff now, so it was like.
Mama said knock you out.
He was like he was one of the first
30 years ago.
He was one of the first movie stars for music. Though. I want to suppose Ice-T was first.
Yeah, Ice-T. It's your boy Ice-T.
But he bigger than Ice-T though.
I think you found something.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so what advice would you give to the youth about pursuing a music career?
Definitely. I would say to the youth, make sure you learn the business aspect of music in any industry. You know what I'm saying? Regardless if you want to start like a business, pretty much it's all the same concept. Whether you want to open up a clothing store or do music, it's still important for you to know the business aspect on how to run it and be able to be successful in it. So I would say learn the business and be consistent.
That's a good answer for you, man.
That was valid. Straight through.
Definitely. I feel like that's just overlooked information. So I would definitely try to install it into the kids. It ain't about the look or like who you doing it for. Just know the business before you get into it. So that's why I'm like, yeah, that's a good straightforward answer.
Business. Validate yourself before you just hop into it. And while we on validation, I always ask this question when we on the show. This is the demographics question. So, what part of Buffalo are you from?
Definitely. From east side of Buffalo. East side.
Okay.
That's how we know. See? I asked that because if he blow up, it's like, where did he come from? Like, we know he's from Buffalo. Nobody can be like, well, he wasn't around. He didn't do this. You doing something. People, you know what I mean? You just get critics. You're doing the most positive shit, and you'll get critics for nothing.
Well, see, Buffalo, you know, like he's saying the East Side, because like East Side is like a whole. Like I was saying, like he can't say a certain area probably from the East Side, because it's like you don't know what people may think or view an area. Mm-hmm. So to get judged based off him repping like these apartments or this block, he'd be like, oh, that nigga, you know, he might create an all off the strip and be from somewhere.
He gave a whole umbrella. That's like in Niagara Falls, I would say. Which is a little different. I would just say I'm from Jordan Gardens, and they would understand. You know what I mean? I'm just giving you the name of the projects. I'm not necessarily saying
you gonna know that's Highland, like
the West Side. But I don't know. I'm just Jordan Gardens because I don't want to. I just don't want to Highland everywhere. But I wasn't born on Highland Avenue. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm from here. It's just the area, like you know. Yeah. It's like if you offer a certain block. Say you offer Let me think of a block. Like Kensington, but a couple blocks down. You could just be like, I'm from Bailey. Right. But you down like a couple blocks. You get what I'm saying?
But if you say something, you say from a certain hood out there like the Perrys or some shit, that's what I'm saying. Be like, oh, all right. He from Fruco? Oh, all right. Yeah. He from Fruco? Okay.
We just kept it simple.
Word, man. Shout out to Buffalo people, man. Okay, so last but not least, the most important question I'd like to ask our guests. What makes you feel that you are the talk of the town?
Definitely. I will say I'm the talk of the town because I feel like I bring something different to the table, something refreshing. You know what I mean? You hear a lot of the same music because everybody want to follow the trend because they feel like it's going to get them on faster. You know what I mean? With me, I'm a product of my environment, and I paint that picture for people to be able to see and feel. So when they come to Buffalo, you know what I mean, they can feel what I'm saying, you know what I mean? Because Buffalo is the energy to me, you know what I mean? And I reflect that in my music, and I'm very in tune with the earth, man, and in tune with where I'm from, and energy is real, you know what I mean? So I would say that I stand out due to my way of thinking, and I like to think outside of the box in every aspect.
Well, I just want to be one of the artists to definitely give you your flowers as somebody from the area, man. You definitely doing your thing, bro. I've been listening for some time. I've seen you perform together. I definitely like you on your stage presence. I ain't gonna lie, G. And you doing your thing. Keep grinding in this shit. Keep going, man. And keep pushing, bro.
You know I be listening. You know I be listening. Shout out to my cousin Bree, his aunt. You know what I mean? We share family. You know what I'm saying? So it was a good look, man. We got all positivity going here, man. When I see somebody doing something positive and they link with what we doing. Boom.
Make sure you put your tags in. You gotta make sure you get them.
Yeah. So you can follow me on all streaming platforms. Y.N.X716. Make sure you tap into my YouTube. I got a lot of different videos. I'm on Instagram as well. Y.N.X716. Twitter YNX716, and you can also check out my website www.YNX716.com. Man. Shout out to Talk of the Town.
And this is another episode of the Talk of the Town podcast. Let's get it.
Hey, yo. As promised, that was our boy YNX716.
Salute, man. Shout out to YNX out of Buffalo, New York, man. Like I said, a definitely talented lyrical artist, man. Somebody I definitely would recommend you go check out when you get a chance, man. Real shit.
Yo, I second that too. Because he came through here, answered the questions right, did his thing, how you supposed to do. You don't come here and play around, man. You come here and be serious and get it done.
And that's the type of people I respect, man. Somebody that really take honor in their craft. Like I said, even taking the time to come out here to fuck with us, you know what I mean? So salute to him, man. More blessings on his career, man. Much success to him, son.
Yes, and I gotta say that the respect is mutual. But y'all know what this is, man. This is the Talk of the Town podcast.
This is the Talk of the Town podcast.
And this is the Talk of the Town podcast.
Man, this is the Talk of the Town podcast. Talk of the Town podcast. Cut one.
I said, yo, you still spitting bars without a message you neglected. My mind will let me sketch was not effective when I'm restless. I tend to write and find a brand new ethic. I just send advice, it's up to you to reciprocate the message. Listen, I tell you once, I'm tell you twice, there's no rewriting life. So treat the music like your heartbeat. Now it's do or die, I've been down bad, now I'm due to rise, I got no choice. Although you got a voice, you really got no voice, so make a choice. We need clarity, and not clarity diamonds. It hurt your heart when they hear that I'm shining. It's all timing, I've been grinding for the long haul shit. I'm talking life, so just tell them about the gun line boss. I read and write before I had a license. I was driven, fame was enticing, time ticking. I ain't rapping about pitching, they never listen. I be the victim of the underdog before I start to fabricate lines. Not making money, so I had to make time. Just for the grind, I'm sitting on the gold mine. Be there in no time, it's nice. I'm writing every chapter of my life out. Since niggas wanna play the gatekeepers, I took the back route. They hate it when I come out on top. I'm gonna prevail, cause all is well, whether you like it or not. I'm chasing profit, if I sell this a plus. But if I fail, bet you hell will erupt. Never enough before it's all said and it's done. My heart heavy and my mind weighing a ton, I'm on the run. YNX716, talk of the town, man.
Let's get it.
Yes, sir.